Now, I know that I am late on this, but it's time to talk about Don Toliver's Octane. I believe, right out the gate, I believe this is one of the best albums that's been released this year. Really good year for music so far, especially if you're into hip hop. One of the earliest ones that has come out is Octane by Don Toliver. Now, Don Toliver, obviously one of the Jack Boys signed to Travis Scott, that whole crew. I believe this is his 5th album. I really enjoyed, I kind of like started listening to him in retrospect. I remember when Hardstone Psycho came out and I played that album all of the time on stream and then retroactively went and listened to his old stuff. Obviously, I believe if you're talking about stadium type music, it doesn't really get better than Don Toliver and Travis Scott. Like if you're talking about, when I picture these albums, I picture stadiums, a bunch of pyrotechnics, a bunch of light work, a bunch of lighting and visuals, and just kind of treating rap and hip hop kind of like rock stars used to treat rock in the 70s and 80s is kind of how I see this style of music. And I love it, man. These are the kind of songs that you put on full volume, whether you're in the car, or if you got a speaker system, even if you got your headphones in, you kind of picture your headphones as if they are full speakers with big subwoofers. So we've got 50 minutes of music coming out of Don Toliver. And I've seen a couple people say that they were kind of disappointed in this album, especially when it first came forward. I know, I guess whatever critics and whatnot, they didn't like it. I feel like they did not spend enough time sitting on this album because I believe personally there are very, very few skips. The first track, E85, really good intro track, and it kind of feels like a vinyl spin instrumental right off the bat until those 808s finally do come in. And I think it does set the standard for what the whole album is going to be. A very, very good start, which goes right into Body, which is kind of like a Justin Timberlake flip. I'm gonna rock your body. Burn. I think the pace at this point is really where it kicks off. For the rest of this time, while we're talking about Octane, obviously we're not going to be talking about the obscene lyricism coming out of Don Toliver and his and his feature artist. We're not going to be talking about how introspective we're getting. We're hitting the club and we're talking about drugs, women, and dancing, basically, in every single song. But it's more about the beats and the flow switches and how easy it is to listen to. And Body is where these flow switches start. I sometimes I walk around the house and say, I need a geeker. I need me a geeker. Which also brings us right into Rendezvous with Yeet. I would like to say I'm not the biggest Yeet fan, but there's something about it, man. I don't know what it is. I don't think I want to like it, but I remember the day I put on Yeet unironically, and I thought to myself, oh no, what has happened? And obviously Yeet as well, not the most lyrical person in the world, but I really like the 3-track pace that we're on at this point. Then we get to my second favorite song on the album. I believe I added this track to the playlist immediately. It's called Second Hand featuring Rema. This is probably one of the most complete songs on the album. I think both of the verses are very quotable, and I kind of think this whole album has a bunch of quotables. I walk around all the time and go, Angel does. Shorty like Angel does. Rema's verse is nuts. I think if you were on the outside looking in and you're saying, all right, give me 2 tracks to listen to off of this album, let's see if I can, give it a taste before I dive into the whole thing. I'm giving the person this song for sure. Definitely a top 2 track on the album. The next 2 tracks, I believe, were singles off of the album, even though I didn't hear them going into it. Tiramisu and ATM. I do think Tiramisu is good. It has a great vibe. It's a solid song. But as far as singles go, I don't even know if this song is like a top 10 song on the whole album, but it's still good. It has like 100 million plays right now, which I think shows the quality of the album in general. I think with this genre of music, you kind of are a little worried that some of these songs might sound the same. I mean, how many times can you synthesize a backing beat and throw insane 808s onto it? And then, you kind of think the variable is most likely going to be the melodies that these people use. But I mean, I think if you listen to Body and then you listen to Second Hand and then you listen to ATM, there's a bunch of variety in this album immediately. We're on track number 6 of 18. I mean, I truly think that the more and more I listen to this album, the more I can't believe it slipped under people's radar. Next, we have a very beautiful song, kind of like just a guitar and high-pitched vocals to start it off, called Long Way to Calabasas. Very good song, very short song. This was also one of the immediate starting songs that I was listening to often when the album first came out. But yeah, very calm track. We got a duo track with Travis Scott. What the hell? I got British there for a second. With Travis Scott, called Rosary. I think it would be very tough for these two not to make a good song together. I think they're the two leading artists in this genre of, this side of hip hop, in my opinion. I don't know if it gets better than this. My expectations were high, and they met my expectations on this song. They didn't surpass my expectations, but they did meet it. Next up, we have a song called All of the Signs, which I wasn't a huge fan of when I first played the track. Just kind of bobbing my head listening to it. And then Tizo Touchdown comes on, and I think he might be the best feature artist in the history of music. Tizo Touchdown can take a song and flip it on its head. We saw it on Utopia, and now we're seeing it on Octane. I mean, the feature is so good that it makes me want to listen to the whole. It makes me appreciate the first part of the song as well. But just because, I know that you kind of have to have that calm verse from Don Toliver before you get that nah, she fine from Tizo Touchdown, and it kind of it adds an element of like yin and yang to the track, and I really like it. Next up, we have the song that I don't think nearly enough people are talking about. I would say this is like a top 5 to top 10 song of the entire year so far. We're almost 3 months in. Call Back by Don Toliver. I think this song should be played on every DJ set, in every club, on every drive. If you want to feel good, you want to move a little bit, this is the song, man. This is the song. This could damn near be song of the summer if it wasn't winter right now. Now, I think after Callback is when a lot of the criticism came in, from most people. But I think maybe 18 tracks of this style of music is hard to digest all at once because it doesn't really fall off. I think the next track, Tuition, keeps the same momentum. Every time I play this song, I damn near know all the words at this point because it's not a skippable song. There's not a lot of skips at all on this album. It's a damn near listen through album, and you can dance and sing and have a good time to all of them. Now, if there was a skip, I would say it is the K9 song. It's not going to annoy you listening to it going down the road, but I think this album would have been better if it was left off, which I think is the only song I can say that about. Excavator has a grimy beat with a very, very catchy hook as well. It kind of brings you right back, which is what I was saying about the previous track. Like if you go straight from Tuition to Excavator, I think it keeps that level of focus on the music, in my opinion. The next track, Gemstone, is also an example of the range of this album because it's still an exciting song. It's a song that you could definitely turn up to, I guess, for lack of a better word. I think this song in particular is going to be outrageous live. It has that like horns and drums, college football style intro, but then it goes into like a kind of like a hard style introduction to the lyrics. Boom, 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 like just immediately, and then kind of catches a flow. I think this song's incredible. The next song, Opposite, still keeps that good pace. I don't know if it's an incredible song. I think maybe I would take this song also off of this album, but I wouldn't get rid of it. I would put it on a different album. It's not a skip, but I don't think it keeps up with the same momentum as the rest of the album. The next song, Turn Me Up, or TMU, also very solid track. It has like kind of a chill vibe to it, but still makes you want to move your body a little bit, I guess. I mean, I really think it's incredible. I mean, I really don't have anything bad to say about it, and I definitely would never ever skip this song. Pleasure's Mine, in my opinion, is the most underrated track on the album. I think I think 18 tracks is a lot, so by the time you get to the second to the last track on the album, you might be a little bit mentally checked out, a little exhausted, a little bit of fatigue from all the music, but I think that's where this song thrives. It's kind of a slower and melodic song rather than the intensity of the rest, like how the rest of the album has been. I mean, genuinely incredible. This song starts slow. There's a lot of melodies. You get into the hook. It starts to pick up a little bit. There's like a bridge as well, or maybe it's considered a second verse where it almost gets like electronic. I mean, this song is such a journey. Yeah, so we're getting production from 206 Derek, which is one of the heavy producers for, I believe, most of the Jack Boys crew, but definitely Travis Scott, so it makes sense. This song was immediately an add to the playlist. Now, I don't know what the fuck we were trying to do with the Sweet Home Alabama, what is it, the Kid Rock flip version of Sweet Home Alabama? Yeah, like we were drinking out the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow, singing Sweet Home Alabama. Well, who sings that? Yeah, it is a song from Kid Rock called All Summer Long, where he flips Sweet Home Alabama, which then Don Toliver flips to end Octane. Now, am I the biggest fan of this song? No. If this was a single put out, I'd be like, what the fuck is he doing? But it is a fun outro. I will say most of the time, most of the hip hop albums I'm listening to, even a lot of the rock albums, you kind of want to go out like introspectively, or you want to go out on like a heavy outro. Whereas this one is just fun, even funny. I can't hate on the outro. I don't love it, and I'm never going, if you hand me this album, I am never going to click Sweet Home ever. But when it gets to the song, I'll laugh and show the person I'm in the room with what an insane outro this is, and you know, we'll have a little bit of fun with it. Now, thank God we are getting a lot of music this year, especially hip hop and R&B. Ton of music with the fall off. You know, Icon dropped. We got Alchemist, Larry June, Currency. We got Baby Keem. Who knows if the Kanye album's ever going to drop? We've got Drake might be releasing something soon. So much music has come out, and what we cannot allow to happen is for people to forget about this particular project. This thing is incredible. It is a constant play still to this day. I've been listening to this album for like a month at this point, and it does not leave the playlist. As far as rankings is concerned for Octane, I'm going to give this a diamond pick. This thing is going to withstand the test of time and weaken mine Obsidian with this shit. That's how heavy it is. That's how strong it is, and I really like it. All right, appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what 2026 album you're looking forward to the most. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.